myself, my name is H to the OV. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Fly it in a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, not DOC, but similar to the letters. No one can do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Strick told me, dude, finish your breakfast. So that's what I'ma do. Take you back to the dude with the Lexus. Fast forward the jewels and the necklace. Let me tell you dudes what I do to protect this. Shoot at you actors like movie directors. Say the movie, dog.
Now, before I finish, let me just say, I did not come here to show out. I did not come here to impress you. Because to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone. And I don't care what you think about me. But just remember, when it hits the fan, brother, whether it's next year, 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll never be able to say that these brothers lied to you, Jack.
Bingity lie, I done came through the block and anything that's fly. I'm like Che Guevara with bling on. I'm complex. I never claim to have wings on. Get my by any means on. Whenever there's a drought, get your umbrellas out because that's when I brainstorm. You can blame Sean, but I ain't inventing the game. I just rolled the dice trying to get some change. Ain't no sense in me lying as if I am a different man. And I can blame my environment, but ain't no reason why I be buying expensive change. Hope you don't think users are the only abusers. I'm 10 years removed, still the vibe is in my veins. I got a hustler spirit, period. Check out my hat, yo, people wear it. Check out my swag, yo, I walk like a ball player. No matter where you go, you are what you are, player. And you can try to change, but that's just the top layer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hillcrest High School for tonight's football game. We welcome our guests from Cyprus High School and wish all players good luck in tonight's game. Both schools are members of the Utah High School Activities Association and support the statewide sportsmanship program, Raise the Bar. Sportsmanship does matter, and we ask for your support in demonstrating respect for the game and all participants by refraining from negative cheers, chants, or behaviors. Do rowdy right. And now please direct your attention to midfield for the coin toss.
Cyprus has won the toss. Will defer to the second half. Hillcrest will receive and defend the south end zone. And now a quick announcement from guest PA Logan Boyce. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your...
And welcome, folks, to CSDtv. Tonight we have an amazing game. We have the Hillcrest Huskies versus the Cyprus Pirates. Of course, with the rain looming, the thunder delay out of the way, we start off tonight's game on CSDtv here at Hillcrest. I am Robert Stitt. Joining me alongside is the wonderful Callie Hood. Well, Callie, it looks like we have quite the game about to get underway. What are your thoughts?
Definitely so. Right now, Cyprus is sitting at a 5-3 and Hillcrest a 1-6, with Hillcrest having a 4-in-a-row loss. And right now, the clouds are just looming. We're just waiting for a good game. Last time we played, 2018, and Cyprus won by 44-0. So,
of course, a changed team out here on the field. None of those players still around.
Definitely.
None of those coaches.
Yeah. We'll see how this game shapes up tonight.
The anthem plays over the field. We get ready to get underway. The national anthem wrapping up now as we enter the 8th game of the season. Of course, Hillcrest looking to turn around their season. Cyprus with the winning record, looking to extend that winning record. Cyprus being 4th in the region, they have a lot to gain from this game.
Now 4th in the region, but 70th in the state. So I think they're also looking to up those stats as well. Get higher in that state ranking.
As Hillcrest will receive the ball, Cyprus to kick it off to start the game.
.33 starting us off.
And the game is underway. The kick goes back to around the 6. It's going to run it back. Breaks through the first tackle. Gets taken down at the 2nd. Gets past the 30, though. That was a great run back. Able to break through a tackle there.
Definitely so, right before getting shot down. Couldn't get very far, but yeah.
And taking the snap is Tavon Houston, and the pass will be incomplete there, bouncing out of the receiver's hands.
Yeah, Vatamana just did not pick that up really well. He just absolutely dropped that ball.
Kayvon Houston taking the snap and hands it off, taken down in the backfield. Loss of yards for Hillcrest. Of course, the fans still happy. The pizza has arrived.
Band is playing loud, doing beautiful tonight, and the pizza is just traveling up that little audience. Got a pretty decent audience tonight. We're at Hillcrest. We're a pink out for October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And fighting, still haven't called for progress. It'll take 4 men to get him down. Pass was complete, but it will not be enough. It will be a 4th and 7. Let's see, does Hillcrest go for it? We've seen a lot of them going for it, but out comes the punting crew.
Yeah, right now, Miles Enns is one of Hillcrest's top people right now. He has the most rushing yards of the season, and he's looking pretty prominent for the rest of it.
He is a great all-around player with a massive cannon for a leg. And it will be returned there by Cyprus, but the return will be cut. Very, very short. They're trying to return it. Langford, one of the Langford brothers, of course, out here. And he will be taken down around the 34-yard line. Well, 4 and out here for Hillcrest. Let's see what Cyprus can do. Only 30 seconds into this game, Hillcrest has already punted it. And Gaffa Feeney leading the Cyprus offense as the quarterback this season. He has been fairly decent, but their passing game has been on top of it. Got Feeney running it. Feeney taken down. Maybe a gain of 1 at most.
Moroni Mahi just did not want to let that happen. He was like no, we're not doing this tonight. He's making sure that Cyprus cannot get that touchdown. Hopefully he can stay like that for the rest of it. I mean, pretty biased on my end, but, you know, Cyprus is playing pretty good tonight, so is Hillcrest. So it's actually shaping up to be a good game.
2nd and 8. Taking the snap, yet again, finally gonna run, and yet again, 3 men take him down in the backfield. That's gonna be a loss of 1. Well, twice, 2 snaps, 2 times the quarterback has been taken down. Svaney. Well, 3rd and 9 here. Let's see what Cyprus can do. Can Hillcrest stop him? Hillcrest has had a little bit of an issue with 3rd and long, this season at least. Let's see if they pass it. And of course, interestingly enough, their running back actually has the 2nd most passing yards on that team. Taking the snap, looking to pass it, finally holding on the ball, looking like he's gonna run with it. He's got 3-man coverage, yet again he's taken down. Of course, it's great to see a mobile quarterback, but to be a mobile quarterback, you gotta be able to get off of your side of the field.
Yeah, exactly. You need that communication with your team, and even though like Cyprus quarterback may be agile, efficient, whatever adjective we need to describe, they probably have to like get some better teamwork going on, pass it off, snap it, something or other besides running with it, because Hillcrest is not letting that past.
And here comes the punt from Cyprus. Getting away smoothly. They're going to let it touch, and it is going to be down at the 46. Well, both teams 4 and off. And let's see, Hillcrest comes back out for the 2nd time this game. Of course, both quarterbacks trying to run with the ball, trying to hold on to the ball, and it didn't work out for either of them.
Yeah, I don't think that's the tactic for tonight. I think they've got a too strong of a defense to actually make that happen on both sides. But maybe one of the times one of the quarterbacks runs, maybe it'll go past, but maybe they need to switch tactics as well tonight.
And running with it, trying to break through. And yet again, many men needing to take him down. Grady Court there with the pass, or with the reception. 2nd and 2, a successful play from Hillcrest.
Definitely so. Visit Fam just kind of went in for a hug with the Cyprus guys. He was just like, I have a ball, but I'm gonna hug you real quick. And Cyprus is like, nah.
And running, breaking through, it's gonna be a 1st down. Kayvon Houston, the quarterback, running with it, and taken down at around the 36, it looks like. That will be the first down recorded in this game, and we are about 4.5 minutes in.
All right, Huskies very excited about that they were able to get at least a 1st down. Maybe if they keep going, they can get that touch.
The defense jumps.
Oh.
Hillcrest has loved to play this game with the defensive line called cat and mouse. Who'll jump first?
Exactly.
Well, that's not going to help Cyprus in the least. It'll be a 5-yard penalty for offsides. Of course, the ball was not moved before the defense jumped at the offense. 1st and 10 from the 1st and 5, sorry, from the 31. It's not an automatic 1st down. Kayvon Houston looks deep, finds his man, double cover, it's a Hillcrest touchdown.
Beautiful pass right there. Celebration from Hillcrest is very loud tonight.
And the first points in this game go to Hillcrest. Hillcrest scores, leading off on their 2nd drive.
If it keeps going like this, Hillcrest may be able to break that 4 streak loss, get another win under their belt.
And kick, and it's going to be good. Well, a wonderful play there, as Hillcrest getting themselves out of the gate strong.
Hillcrest is really pulling it out tonight with the pink out. Everyone's wearing pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's pretty cool to see it, how we can all come together as a community. They're playing their fight song and doing all sorts of things. Cyprus is looking really good in their outfits over there too on their cheer team. But both of the sides are very anxious to see how this game will turn out, and honestly, I am too.
Hillcrest readying to kick it off. With around 17 minutes left here on CSDtv. Of course, with the lightning delay pushing this game back 30 minutes, but seems like it's going to be worth it as the kick, they're going to let go out of bounds. That will bring the ball up. Of course, kickoff cannot go out of bounds. It's a penalty, unlike a punt.
First penalty of the game goes to Cyprus. I don't know how good that's going to look, honestly. Hopefully their favorite color isn't yellow tonight, unlike Wes's a couple weeks ago.
Well, the ball will be placed down at the 35, I believe, yes, as it's, you gotta be careful with those kickoffs, of course. Even though it was a great kickoff, it went far back, but it did go out of bounds right before it reached the end zone. That means that Cyprus gets the ball from the 35. It's one of those things you gotta look to avoid as a kicker. As Finine had troubles running with it, he decides to hand it off, but Hillcrest has put in a lot of work after that game with West on their run defense. They have shut down every run so far this game, and I'm loving it.
Absolutely. I'm glad that they learned from the West game and that they've like restarted their strategy, and absolutely am going for it.
As a gain of 1, while still a gain, it's not what we like to call a positive run. A positive run has to be 3 or more yards. And if Hillcrest can keep below those positive runs, well, Hillcrest seems to be golden. Cyprus tries to run it again, and yet again, nailed in the backfield. He's trying to fight for it, but they're going to call forward progress. Taken down. Yet another great running stop there from Hillcrest.
Almost the full team got on that dog pile real quick just to make sure that this ball did not get farther than it needed to be.
Oh, wait, there's a flag on the play. There's a flag after the play. I wonder what this flag is for. It's going to be some sort of conduct. Well, there's a second flag. Now, this is going to be interesting. Someone has clearly said something.
Said something on the field. It seems that number 2, Casey Skogard, is going off of the field.
Well, Hillcrest seems pretty happy with the refs. You know who doesn't? Cyprus. I have a little suspicion that this one's going to be on Cyprus.
Little inkling that it might be something Cyprus said, maybe.
Of course, we're still waiting for the call.
Yeah, and though the penalty may be on Cyprus, the Cyprus cheer team is hyping up their audience on the away side over there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Cyprus. Well, that is a guaranteed ticket to bring you back at least 10 yards.
Unfortunate.
It's just avoidable. It's one of those penalties that doesn't have to happen, you know? Holding, it's understandable. Happens once, twice, happens to everyone. But unsportsmanlike conduct is just people not being able to control themselves.
Absolutely.
3rd and 22.
Hopefully this doesn't bring Cyprus back from their
15
4th in the region.
yards. Taking the snap, Vanini, and he's going to be caught in the backfield. Hillcrest unable to sack him. He's going to run with it yet again, and yet again. It does not work for him. He gets a few yards in, but not what they're looking for with a 4th and 22 play. Sorry, that was 3rd down. No, I mean the person like the scoreboard. punt almost going around. And it's taken down at around the 42-yard line, give or take. Of course, a lot of pressure on the punter. The missed long snap, I mean, that could have been a disaster if the punter wasn't ready to move.
Absolutely, and then the ball changes over.
Well, Cyprus punts it after yet another unsuccessful drive. Let's see what Hillcrest can do coming off the back of that touchdown. Of course, you're watching CSDtv here at Hillcrest. It's nighttime already, even though we're only just past halfway into this first quarter. It's just looking beautiful so far. Ooh, Houston waiting a long time to get the ball off, but he's able to, dodging the tackle. He's gonna get 20 yards, at least 30. Dodge another one, is he gonna get there? He's taken down at the 15, and what a play. The short pass, but Grady Court, a great run there. Just weaving through the defender.
Absolutely, Grady Court was just zooming down that field, getting away from that down. Just wanting to get that touchdown again for Hillcrest.
As Cyprus needing to recuperate after the long play there, and they call a timeout. And what a great start of the game we've had. If the rest of the game is like this, you won't want to miss it.
Absolutely. Now, I want to talk about the situation of the brothers real quick. I love to see when there's like a lot of like brothers on teams and whatnot. Like, it's just so cool to see that you can like do something with your siblings on the field with your sport that you love. Like right now, I think we got maybe 2 sets of siblings at Hillcrest. I'm unsure of how many at Cyprus currently.
We got a lot at Cyprus right now.
A lot at Cyprus, all right.
And I mean, it's just great, you know, having what should be your best friend out there on that team.
Absolutely, and with the siblings, it should like also bring up team morale and team cooperation.
Communication, yeah.
Yes.
Communication, cooperation, always benefits of having a sibling on your team as the game gets back underway with just under 5 minutes on the clock. Hillcrest takes the 1st and 10 snap, faking the handoff is Houston. Houston gonna run with it. He's gonna run with it. He throws it last minute. It's low, it's incomplete. Houston held on to the ball, tried to throw a crossbody, almost worked. The throw looked a little bit short.
Yeah, Houston was just getting pounced on right there, or more scouted by the Pirate, and just could not make that throw completely.
As the 2nd and 10 play getting ready to get underway here. Houston, let's see if he does not throw, holds on to the ball. No, it's going to be a run, and the run's going to break through. Breaks through, one tackle, dives through. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be a Hillcrest touchdown, but there's a flag on the play. It was thrown right after the running back ran through. Let's see if it is called a touchdown. Refs communicating.
Hillcrest is already
Hillcrest
celebrating.
is celebrating. It sounds like it's a touchdown. And it is a face mask on the defense. Of course, Hillcrest will decline. It will still be a touchdown. Huskies extend their lead at home. Hillcrest Huskies put a 2nd score on the board. And the PAT.
Beautiful run on Hillcrest side. Let's see if this kick can make it.
Has Entz to kick it. I mean, he's been pretty accurate so far this season. There has been 1 or 2 moments where he's missed, but outside of that, he can handle pressure well. And let's see what he can do here. Taking the snap, and the kick is good. As that will make it 14-0 here at Hillcrest. You are watching CSDtv, and what a great game we have so far, so keep on watching. It's a beautiful night for football. It's nice, chill autumn night.
Yeah, the leaves are turning colors, and it's just so beautiful to see. But the darkness also gives like a little like kind of cozy feeling as well to the football game. Kind of feels like you're inside almost, even though it is an outside field.
I'd be pretty surprised to have an indoor field here at a high school level, but I don't think anyone would turn down having a Superdome here.
Definitely not. I think any high school would gladly take one of those.
I mean, Hillcrest just had a renovation of the field, but, you know,
but
got a little bit more money to spend after that.
Chance of a Superdome, I mean, they might.
Wouldn't have to worry about that lightning delay.
Oh, yeah. Getting around like 60, maybe 70 degrees right here as we start the game.
Sorry to interrupt you, but the face mask penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, but Hillcrest will get that 5 yards to kick off further forward. As Hillcrest readying for the kickoff. And he sends it. That's going to be caught by a midfield man. It's going to be returned. It's taken down 27, between the 27, 28 yard lines, it looks like, somewhere in that region. It was a low kick, but it gets returned, and Hillcrest able to stop it immediately. We've seen Hillcrest has not been slacking on these tackles tonight.
Absolutely not. They're doing really good tonight compared to other games. I think maybe they will lose their lose streak tonight.
Now, commentator's curse, though. We don't want to be promising anything just yet.
Course.
The big scary curse. As yet again, the third time tonight, out comes Finane to be the quarterback out here for Cyprus. Let's see what he can do tonight. And a flag is already out on the play. I wonder what this one could be. There's still plenty of time left on the clock. It looks like 2 seconds. And there will be no call. Looks like a ref may have gotten a little bit excited. Trigger happy with that flag. They're going to let him get back underway. And the pitch. And yet another running play. Of course, they watch film. They know Hillcrest has been struggling with these running plays as they call for progression. But they've recovered tonight. They've fixed something with that defense. And their run defense is just immaculate.
They definitely have. I do think it might be the pink socks and cleats, maybe. Maybe, I know, right? But
A little bit of a kit change.
yeah, maybe a
Changing
little bit
moods.
of like, maybe a little bit of more pizzazz, and they were like, oh, now I gotta step it up. We got this. It's a beautiful defensive line tonight from Hillcrest.
And taking the snap is 5. Ooh, a big hit. Taken out of the legs and just pancaked. Beautiful hit. As taking the snap there was a Mua, sorry. Not Finane there. A good running, or a little bit of a pitch, a little bit of a forward pass. But it will be 4th and 5. And trying to get the defense to jump. Ooh, what's the call? Looks like they were trying to get the defense to jump, but I don't see a flag out. Will they have called a timeout in time?
Reiko pretty positive on Hillcrest's side that they did.
And they're not liking that. Despite the fact that there was no flag thrown, they're going to call offside from the defense, and Kayleen is giving a talking to the ref. I like him. He is showing his opinion right now. He is saying that is a blind call, and it will be a first down. It did definitely look like some people did a little bit of movement there on the line. Enough to call a penalty or a flag? I don't know, but
who knows?
Head coach Kayleen not happy with that call, to say the least.
Yeah, Coach Kalen is just absolutely debating.
A running play gets about 5 yards there. Cyprus, well, they do not have confidence in their wide receivers tonight. I think that's the only reason why they wouldn't be throwing it to them. As another run, this time it starts to work out. It'll go to the 43. Taking the snap high, running it through. Does it get enough? It looks like, is it short? It's going to be close. And it is called a first down for Cyprus. Taken down at the 47. It'll be 1st and 10 Cyprus. They getting some first downs now, starting to work their way through the field with these runs. Amula taking the snap yet again. The throw way over the wide receiver's head. Pass intended for Garcia, but I mean, there's no hope of him catching that. That was a mile high.
Garcia jumped like a kangaroo, tried to catch it, and it did not land in the pouch. It went over.
Taking the snap. This time, Flia. This yet again to Garcia. Garcia taken down. Maybe a gain of 1 at most.
Yeah, Garcia
but it looked like it was right there at the line.
Garcia caught it this time, but did not make it far with that.
As it will be 3rd and 8. That's interesting. They're alternating between Edward Amula and Gaffa Fanini for the snaps. Really deciding if that's going to be a pass or run. Amina this time. It's going to be a pass, but he's going to run back. So they will not give him the yards. It won't be enough for that first down. It will get them on the Hillcrest side of the field. Taken down at the 45.
Yeah, Lavaca absolutely would not let that happen tonight. He just took that down. Went for a waist grabs, like, let's go dancing on the floor.
Samia taking the snap. Gonna run it back. Ooh, dodging the tackle. He's got more men to deal with, and he is able to, but there's a flag down on the play. As flag was called a little bit pretty far back in the backfield. Let's see what the call is. Refs talking with Cyprus right now. It seems like it could be on them. And that is holding on the offense. So Cyprus would have had a first down, but they're going to replay 4th down, as that is a holding penalty that they did not need there. That would have been a good 4th down conversion for them. An excellent one. They would have had more yards than they needed. But now it is 4th and 12. Cyprus will be punting it. Well, Cyprus handing the ball over after what should have been a good play.
Yeah, if that holding wasn't there, that would have been beautiful.
As yet again, the punt under pressure. They're going, yet again, Hillcrest won't be returning it. It will go down to about the 29.
Yeah, during the last holding call, Nicholas Lau pointing fingers at Hillcrest, which makes me wonder what happens going on down there from a player's perspective. What is going through their minds right now as they're playing?
Well, Cyprus, 3 possessions, 3 punts. 1 second remains here in the first quarter. And it's a beautiful thing to see here on CSDtv. 1 second to go. This could be the final play of the first quarter anyway. Hillcrest might as well go for it. Send something big to end us off on this first quarter. Of course, 3 quarters to go. Don't leave us, you're watching CSDtv. Okay, Juan Houston fakes the handoff. A little bit of a play action. Caught. Is it called caught? Yeah, it's a short gain anyway, but any gain is a good gain.
Absolutely.
As the first quarter comes to an end, Hillcrest leads 14-0 at their own home.
Yeah, Charlie Brown was a good catch, but just fell off of his feet like his comic counterpart. Just a little slippery right there.
Going down for the ball, yeah. Of course, as the quarter ends, they're going to switch sides, but plenty of game left. 14-0. Cyprus was looking like they were going to get further down the field. Things are going to get exciting.
Definitely so. There's some good plays from both sides of the field. It's looking out to be a really good game as we hoped before.
The handoff taken down in the backfield to start off this second quarter. A loss of yards for Hillcrest.
Defense is shaping up on Hillcrest's side. Let's see if their offense can also keep up.
And a flag. What's this one going to be? It looks like it's going to be offsides on the defense. Well, defense is pretty convinced it's on the offense. It's a false start. Well, trying to get the defense to jump can also be kind of dangerous sometimes. Can backfire on you. If one of your guys isn't in the loop, he goes for it, and that's what happens.
Absolutely. Cyprus is probably pretty happy about that one, that finally they're not the only ones with the penalties tonight.
3rd and 16. Snap, waiting on the snap. There we go. They used all the time that they had. Houston looking deep, finds an open man. It's going to be caught right there. 27, he's going. Yet again, Grady Court, he makes it all the way. What a play there from Hillcrest. Starting off the second quarter on the right note. That will be the 3rd touchdown in this game from Hillcrest. Grady Court catches another one. He is on fire tonight.
That was a beautiful run, but just, I feel kind of bad for Cyprus because Owen Murphy was just right behind, did a last attempt to grab him and absolutely face planted. I hope he's okay. Hopefully he can recover from that.
And the point after, as always, is good. Well, What a way to start the game. Hillcrest 21-0 in what is shaping up to be a Hillcrest-led game. Yet another score there. As Hillcrest leading out the gates, leading out the first quarter, scoring it again in the second. What do you think is going to happen for the rest of this game, if you had to take a guess?
If I had to take a guess, I mean, Hillcrest probably will keep scoring, and then Cyprus will definitely get at least one touchdown. But definitely a lot of good combativeness tonight, mostly kind. Besides that first penalty of foul play, but you know, I think it's gonna be a good game overall.
Well, let's see. Back on the field, the Cyprus offense. They've been having a little bit shorter breaks than the Hillcrest offense. Hillcrest has been able to do pretty good this game with just getting on that offense. A few plays in, touchdown, getting off. Let's see what the Hillcrest defense can do, as Hillcrest to send the ball to Cyprus yet again, but for the first time this quarter. And a beautiful kick, gonna go back to around the 1. Coming back for the return, he's gonna find blockers, he's gonna find a way through. He finds a guy, but there's 2 flags on the play. Cyprus, they're gonna make it all the way, getting a touchdown. Now, there are multiple flags on the play in the backfield. It looked like it was something with the blockers. That could be any range of penalties called on the blockers there from both teams.
Absolutely, Aiden Pereira just kept running, but let's see what these penalties come out to be.
So refs discussing it. Of course, that would be an incredible touchdown there from Cyprus. He found the line up the sideline, you know, up his own sideline. The blockers doing their job. Did one of them foul? Let's see. Well, not entirely sure. Both teams are getting talked to. Let's see what the call is. Refs picking up their flags. They've come to a decision. It is holding on their team that is returning. There is no touchdown. 3 holding plays on the returning team. 3 penalties on the returning team. 3 holding penalties on the returning team. That is a huge mistake. No wonder their blockers did so good. All of them were breaking the rules. I mean, 3 holding calls, 3 separate holding calls, 3 separate players in one play. That's an issue. They gotta fix that.
They gotta get the brothers out there. We gotta get this teamwork back up and collaborate. Maybe they need to hold another team meeting.
Of course, the touchdown is not counted as their first down. Gets about 3 yards before going out of bounds. Another run. The touchdown won't be counted because the holding penalty invalidates it as it is accepted, and they'll actually go back from where the return even was. From the spot of the penalty, sorry.
Unfortunate on Cyprus's side. I bet their group is just absolutely devastated on that. That was a marvelous touchdown if it weren't for those penalties of holding.
I mean, there's something to be said about unfortunate, but that wasn't that. If that was 3 people, I mean, that was a lot more than unfortunate. That was systemic almost. And called down and around where they started.
Quick team meeting on Cyprus's side.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. Cyprus needs this badly. I mean, just for morale. They can always, this is always a comeback score. I mean, there's plenty of time left in the game. Haven't even reached 9 minutes into the second quarter yet. And there's a call. Timeout called by Cyprus. They're gonna need a little bit of rest there as Hillcrest leads 21-0 at home. You are watching CSDtv, and it is a beautiful game of football going on right now. Cyprus, of course, coming in massive favorites into this game. And Hillcrest 21-0. It's been a minute since they've done that. The last time I saw them do that was the game against Cottonwood, which I'd like to remind you was Hillcrest's biggest win since, I believe it was 2003, if I am not mistaken. Back when they went to the playoffs, sorry. I don't believe it, I can't recall a time where they won bigger than that Cottonwood game. And if they can do that to the people who are currently ranked 4th in their region, it will be an absolutely marvelous upset.
Absolutely. I mean, if Hillcrest can beat the 70th team in the state, that would be monumental.
As running with the ball, 2-man jump, but it is a beautiful catch there. As caught there by one of the Langford brothers, it was Brock Langford. As taken down around the 35. A great throw.
Beautiful catch and throw.
Amua.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful catch and a throw, but Hillcrest just shut it down. But Cyprus maybe be coming back from that timeout.
Well, if I was Cyprus, I would think that pass just worked. Their running has been meeting some issues. They're going to do a pitch there, and they're going to run with it. This time it's going to get around 7 yards, pushed forward by his teammates there is Nerjano.
Yeah, the spiderweb of Huskies, they will not let Cyprus pass on those running yards tonight.
As 2nd and 2. The running pitch, it works. But for how well their passes have been working tonight, I'm surprised they're not passing it more.
Definitely.
As another running play, it's gonna get over before he's pushed back. Of course, with forward progress, if he gets ahead of the line and then is dragged back by a defender, they take it from how far up you were before the defender started pulling you backwards. So, say he gets it and then he gets dragged, it doesn't even matter. He could get up to past the first down and get dragged back to the end zone. They'll call it a first down. As it is a first down for Cyprus by a yard.
By a singular yard. I bet they're loving that.
Could have been one, could have been another 10. As long as it's a first down, that's what they need. And running yet again. And this time brought down around 3 yards in. As both teams excited about that play. Both groups of fans, as
definitely so. The cheer team is leading on Cyprus's joy and unity, and Hillcrest is just busting it out in
sorry to interrupt, there's a personal foul. It's going to be called on Hillcrest. As a personal foul on the play on Hillcrest. So although it may have been a short run, it will get them many more yards than that. It will take them all the way up to Hillcrest 46. Sorry, continue with what you were saying.
No, you're good, you're good. I'm glad you caught that personal. I was just saying how like Hillcrest is just looking beautiful in pink tonight all across the stands, and they're getting really loud and proud for their team, who is currently dominating this game.
Of course, like I said earlier, those personal fouls are entirely avoidable.
It's just when the blood gets to your head and the prefrontal cortex just stops working literally. Even though you barely have any left during teenage years, now on when they're playing, they have nothing.
As first down for Cyprus after the penalty. They're taking their time to work their way across the field with running plays. They're going to call a pass, though. And a pass there, unable to run with it. The pass is to number 17, Nicholas Lowe. Well, great pass. Tripped himself up a bit, as it will be a gain of 2 or 3, taken down at the 41. Gain of 5, actually. As 2nd and 5. Good little short pass there. Great to see him passing it after the incredible amount of running plays that they just called.
Absolutely, and the Nicholas Lau just absolutely tripped and fell. I hope he's all right as well.
As the handoff, it is going to be fine. Absolutely sprinting into that hit. He was ready to go. As that will definitely be a first down for Cyprus. I believe that was a handoff there to Langford. As taking the ball to the 33. Just great to see a running back with that kind of momentum just sprinting into there. As Coach Kaline brings out some waters for the refs, you know.
Yeah.
Come to talk about his opinion on that play, it seems.
Gotta befriend the refs, of course, but always gotta have so much fun with them.
Coach Kaline taking his time. Both teams held up. As less than 7 minutes left in the half. Cyprus still chasing their first points. As both teams getting ready, coming back out here on the field. Hillcrest using the first of their timeouts. Of course, each team gets 3 each half. So, and they don't carry over. So you have 3 for the first, 3 for the second. Might as well use them. And Hillcrest calls a timeout as Cyprus offense finally gaining their footing a bit, really working through it here. As head coach Kaline still out there talking with the refs. Talking with the opposing coach now. I wonder what they're talking about, you know? It's always interesting to see when all the refs and both coaches are out there.
Something must be happening.
Yeah, it's usually an interesting discussion going on down there. It'll be interesting to see what comes of it. Of course, they're taking their sweet time. This looks like the coaches are arguing over something. Looks like they got it all figured out. Both teams nod, start to head off.
Coach Kaline gathering all his Huskies and making sure that it's gonna tell them all to make sure hopefully something good.
So I'm hearing talks that it may have been a potential lightning strike. The game, of course, coming off of a lightning delay.
I can't see that. Kaline is mentioning
Okay.
to the thing.
So we are coming off. Well, they're going to keep the game going, but we are coming off of a lightning delay, and of course the threat is still there of lightning. So some people up here in the booth seeing. So of course, I'm being told that we may have seen some lightning up here from other people in the booth, but the game continues with Cyprus taking the snap. Just a little bit of a lob throw, but what was that there from 76 from Cyprus? They're going to be in the end zone, but no one was even trying there. It was a painfully obvious call there on Cyprus. There was some absolutely unneeded unsportsmanlike conduct there, and well, not even Cyprus celebrating that touchdown. I think it's pretty obvious that that flag was going in Cyprus's way. The flag was out long before the ball was in the touchdown. The offense walking back. They know what they've done.
Walking back in shame almost.
And yet again, that's the second touchdown that they've had interrupted by their own penalty. And it's a penalty on a blocker and same time.
It's very interesting to think about how the blockers are the ones mainly getting the penalties right now. Maybe during the next time out, it's holding, and it was pretty blatant at that. Holding while the man was laying down. I mean, that one felt a bit excessive, and the holding was pretty obvious there, as ball is now on the 42. It went from a Cyprus touchdown to a second and 20. And, ooh, body slammed in the backfield. That is how you strike fear into your opponents. Pick them up and throw them down. I do believe that was, I do believe that that was different Korean, and just absolutely took down that Cyprus player.
Just, if I'm not mistaken, that was Gaffa Finini out there and just slammed down. As driving back for the snap, they're going to pass it. Nope, they're going to run with it, and they are shut down. The quarterback tackled. He tries to run with it there. Amulia, and he is just stopped in his tracks there. He tried to break through, didn't see enough passing options. The Hillcrest defensive line has been playing beautifully tonight, absolutely beautifully. As going for it, running and overthrown there. He had tried to throw across his body and just, well, he wasn't able to do it, as it is 4th and 23. 4th and long. Cyprus, it's still the first half. They've got to punt it. I mean, they may be down by 21 points, but a 4th and 23 is not something you want to risk, especially this early in the game.
Absolutely not. This first half, that is not something you want to risk. Maybe in the 4th quarter, but definitely not this one.
And that is going to be a surprisingly good punt after a rolled snap. But the ball is sent back to around the 3-yard line. Where's it going to be called down? They're going to call it a touchback. Cyprus wasn't able to get their hands in on the ball just yet. As less than 5 minutes remain in the half, Cyprus punting it for yet another time this game. They have not had a single possession that has ended in anything but a punt.
Yeah, let's see if they can switch that around this next half.
Well, still plenty of time left in this half. Less than 5 minutes, but interception could turn the tide of the game, but they're not going to intercept that. In fact, a mighty stiff arm there, but the fight is taken out of bounds there by number 27, catching the ball. Grady Court, yet again, a beautiful play. Cyprus, tempers flaring. Wait, another flag is on the play yet again after multiple fouls. They're going to call it. It looked like there was one on Cyprus who maintained contact after they went out of bounds. But if Hillcrest also committed a personal foul there, they would balance each other out. Of course, it's the ref's decision. Let's see what the refs call.
Definitely would. It looks like Grady Court's being talked to by Coach Kalen and the refs right now.
As still discussion, lots of discussion there with Kayleen. Oh, and with the and with the head coach for Cyprus. What's the call? It's going to be in favor of Hillcrest. We can say that much. The ball is walking plenty far down the field, and it's being walked right on back. It's going to be 2 personal fouls. They're going to cancel each other out. Well, still a first down for Hillcrest. Both teams taking personal fouls there. As the clock remains at 4 minutes and 40 seconds after the runner went out of bounds. Or the receiver.
Milani Letu is thrown in there.
Let's see what he can do. As Houston, pretty successful game so far, gets the motion in the backfield, play action, and the shotgun. Ooh, that could have been an interception. It was mighty close, thrown through 2 defenders, 2 receivers, incomplete, thrown right into the pit of them. And that is really the first really risky pass we've seen from Houston tonight. The first pass that really could have gone wrong in a big way for Hillcrest. As the 2nd and 10 snap to Houston. Cyprus readying up. And they're going to try and run it. Hillcrest gain of none. As
Mike Brunt absolutely took down that Hillcrest and threw him over the shoulder, basically.
well, Hillcrest, 3rd and 10. Under pressure here. Of course, they're going to want to use as much time as they can here. Give Cyprus the least amount of time to score in this second half. Cyprus does get the ball back, though, as they did kick off to Hillcrest to start the game. And that is a jump on the defense, it looks like. That defensive line, they saw each other. They tried to hold him back, but he still went forward. Now the question is, was it excited from the offense? Nope, it is an offside penalty from the defense. 5 yards for Hillcrest. 3rd and 5. The fans loving that call.
Getting loud and proud, Hillcrest Huskies.
As time continues, Hillcrest will make sure to use it. Of course, there's no requirement for them to snap it until that play clock hits 0. Houston for the shotgun pass, overthrown. Is that an interception? A diving interception? No, it's called. Is it incomplete or an interception? It looks like an interception to me. Yes, it is. Cyprus makes the interception. And for the first time this game, a ball is intercepted. Kayvon Houston with a risky bullet pass. Cyprus dives to get it, and the Pirates steal the ball back.
Just like that goal from other Pirates, they wanted the ball from Hillcrest. Cyprus is definitely very happy about that play, and that was a pretty good dive for that ball.
Well, Cyprus offense will get the ball back. Let's see if they can catch more passes than the defense. Running with it, stumbles over his feet, puts a hand down, but he stays up. Of course, that hand does not mean, wait, the ball's out. The ball is out. Is it going to be Hillcrest ball? Hillcrest is pretty thoroughly convinced. The ball is out, and it's Hillcrest. The ball goes right back. Cyprus had the chance and literally fumbles it the second they get it.
Magically, the Hillcrest Huskies, they needed that ball back, and they got it from the Pirates. The team on the sidelines, they were pointing, like really pointing that the ball came out, and the ref saw it, and then the play.
As 1st and 10 Hillcrest is official, that was a fumble there. As the first interception thrown by Hillcrest, and the very next play, the first fumble from Cyprus. It's 2 turnovers in less than 30 seconds. Let's see what Hillcrest can do. Kayvon Houston out back right after that interception. He's gonna want to be recovering from it, you know?
Definitely so. Needing a little bit of a break maybe soon, but for right now, I bet he's doing really good being back on that field in his preferred spot.
Well, Hillcrest offensive line talking with the refs while the Cyprus defensive line was dancing. Certainly shows who focused on what, as both teams readying to play now. Let's see if the dancing defensive line can dance their way past the offensive line. They put on pressure, but nowhere near, nobody was near number 27, Grady Court. Yet another beautiful reception on his part. He has been on fire tonight. Wide open. 3 defenders in the backfield, no one watching him. He runs it to the sideline, but keeps the clock ticking. And just a great play there.
And then finally, unfortunately, gets caught, does a little somersault real quick, just trying to keep up with the dance moves of Cyprus.
As 1st and 10 for Hillcrest from the 17. The motion, the handoff. Handoff there is to number 5, Zlatu. Zlatu gets a few yards. Taken down at around the 11, as it will be a 2nd and 4. Yes, 2nd and 4, gain of 6. Hillcrest within that 20 in that red zone. Let's see what they can do. And that is a pretty blatant jump there from the defense. Maybe the offensive ran, but that defensive line jumped yet again. And that is called on the defense. A massive encroachment there. So the encroachment is when that line jumps over, makes contact. That's pretty illegal, especially when that can't do that if the offense hasn't moved yet.
Especially so.
Another jump from the defense. Hillcrest has been playing their jumps well. They recognize that, but it is now 1st and goal for Hillcrest. As about 2 minutes remain on the clock. Taking the snap is Houston. The short pass, he's gonna get it. And it is a touchdown there from Batama.
Hold on, we got a flag played real quick by the ref on the end zone.
It's gonna be a touchdown for Hillcrest, but there's a flag. Hillcrest players coming off the field. Let's see what the call is.
65 gets switched for 63. 27 and 11 also coming off.
Personal foul on Cyprus. Someone let their emotions get a little bit too high there, as it will be put on the kickoff The touchdown still counts for Hillcrest as extending their lead here at home. Let's see what the point after is. Of course it's good, as Entz does not miss. And Hillcrest extends their lead 28-0 with less than 2 minutes left in the first half at home. A beautiful start to a game. I mean, this is what Hillcrest wants here.
Absolutely.
Especially with the season they've had here at home. So far, they're 1-3 at home. And I mean, with a great crowd here, they're just going to want to make that better. Let's see what Cyprus can do. Their offense has a little under 2 minutes here at Hillcrest to make the plays, get the ball down. It took them 4.5 minutes to end up turning the ball over last time. Let's see what happens here. Well, of course, this will be fun to see. With that personal foul, it will be applied during the kickoff. The ball will be placed at the 45.
Hillcrest insanely happy on this play, definitely. Cyprus just a little disappointed. Their cheer team is in their stance of power, but just heads hanging.
As Eddie Madrid, well, something was not ready with that play. What's the call there? Refs are talking. It is. What is it? Was it something with the cheer team? A lot of gestures being made towards the cheer team.
I mean, probably. I don't know.
As let's see. I mean, that's certainly got to get under his skin there for Madrid. As can he still pull off the kick? Oh yeah, the cannon goes out the backfield. A touchback will mean that Cyprus will get the ball. Of course, you're not going to want to miss the halftime show. We have Hillcrest cheer, Hillcrest mini cheer. Of course, that's always a fun one to watch.
Absolutely. We also got our color guard and our band performing, I do believe. They're getting set up on this track around our field right now, and the mini cheer is just coming on out, looking cute as ever, and sitting down right next to our cheer squad.
And if I'm not mistaken, we also have our state-winning drill team here. Of course, the defending state champions, and they're always a fun one to watch.
Lovely to hear it. I absolutely love watching our drill team perform.
As faking the handoff, a lot of pressure there, but holding on to it is a big hit. Was he in bounds? A flag thrown. His pass is incomplete, but there is a flag out. As Amua holding on to the ball for mighty long there. We've seen him really take his time in the backfield. It is called a penalty on Cyprus. It's an illegal receiver downfield. You got to watch out for those. Those usually come from the coach's side, the play calling side, and just overall coordination with your offense. Make sure people know where they're supposed to be. That spooked me. There was the flag thrown, but it was caught by the other ref. As certainly not something that Cyprus would have wanted. 1st and 15 with 1:48 on the clock. And a little bit of confusion there on where the ball should be placed, but we trust in the refs to figure it out. Of course, from the 15-yard line, replay of first down. The pitch back, and it's going to work for Cyprus. Dodging some tackles, evading before he gets stopped, getting it around the 23-24 yard line there. I believe that was Naranjo.
Beautiful avoidance of those first few tackles, and then finally taken down by Hillcrest of Cyprus.
Though 10 yards, getting up to the 25, that's a pretty impressive run.
Definitely
Of course,
so.
It would have been a first down without that penalty. But it's still a 2nd and 5. Let's see what they can do here. As running with it, Amina taking the backfield. No, he's not. He's going to stay standing, and he will throw it almost out of bounds. It's going to be dropped. Well, what should have been a massive sack there from Hillcrest, but they will let Amina run. It will be 3rd and 5. Pressure is on. About a minute left here in this first half. Cyprus looking to put anything on the board at this point. Just getting to field goal range at the slightest. And see if they get the ball back at the half. As Cyprus, just even a field goal will do it here. They get the ball back. Just keep that momentum going into the locker room at halftime. And the snap. Again, Amina holding on to it. Again, the offensive line unable to be able to hold on to it. And Amina gets taken down. Is it enough for a first down? It's going to be close. Yes, it is. A good run there from Amina. But again, he's holding on to it for such a long time. Got pinned in the backfield. Hillcrest unable to sack him, but he's playing with fire here.
He definitely is.
And a spike there. Of course, when the quarterback spikes it, it will stop the clock. Cyprus choosing not to use one of their timeouts, the single solo timeout remaining for them. Instead, what the quarterback does, they hurry the snap, and then the quarterback will spike it at the ground, call it an incomplete pass, or technically it's actually a spike. And it will stop the clock. It'll be 2nd and 10. Acts basically as an incomplete pass. Loses you a few seconds, but they have plenty of time here as Amina looking deep. He's gonna send it. Double coverage, but it's caught! Nobody could touch it. And the ball will be down at the 20. Of course, time is still ticking. And a timeout is called by Cyprus, but that puts them at the 20-yard line. That is the red zone right there, and a massive bomb there.
It was a beautiful throw and a catch though on Cyprus' side. You cannot lie about that. Even though the receiver was being hunted down by Hillcrest Huskies, he was able to catch that ball and successfully complete the throw.
Sorry. The timeout was called by Hillcrest.
They just need to get their head back together for the last 30 seconds of the game, I guess.
As the ball at the 21, 37 seconds left here in the Hillcrest coming back out on the field. Ball's at the 21. Can they force a fumble? Can they force an error? 10 minutes, or sorry, not 10 minutes, 37 seconds. My eyes deceive me as it is starting to get a little bit late here at night with that 30-minute delay, keeping it going quick. As Cyprus comes back out. They know they can fall back onto that field goal. They have one timeout remaining. They can fall back on a field goal if they need it, but a touchdown certainly wouldn't hurt them going into the locker room for halftime. Dropping back in Mua. He's going to run yet again through the hold as offensive line creates. He's going to go for it. He will make it all the way. Touchdown for Cyprus.
My, oh my, definitely the ammunition they needed for that locker room meeting at halftime. Definitely a lot of props to Mua.
As a beautiful touchdown there. Of course, he held on to it. The pressure was on him, but Hillcrest's defensive line, they keep making this big hole in the middle. And that does work. They get their men back on Amua, but he's started to run through said hole. And it's looking like it's going to start working for Cyprus, as points scored there will be the first points for them in this game. The extra point is good. It will be it appears to be a flag on the play.
On Hillcrest's side.
It'll be a they will redo the PAT. Was that on Hillcrest? I wonder. And that is good. Clean to the uprights for a second time. Well, Cyprus putting their first points on the board here at Hillcrest. And I think that's a sign for things to come. 28-7, Cyprus has a whole second half to do it. We've seen them do it before. We've seen them score big time this season. We've seen them come back earlier in the season. I believe it was their second game. They came back in the fourth quarter. I believe it was one of their first few games. They came back in that fourth quarter to win it just by a touchdown, but a touchdown is all you need to win. Any point.
Any point
when it's that close. Of course, Hillcrest, last time they were leading by this much, they went to overtime. I believe it was this much, maybe it was 14. earlier this season, in fact. Will we go to overtime tonight? I don't know. You're going to have to stick around to find out here on CSDtv. There's a decent chance that these two teams battling it out to the final seconds. They're battling out to the final seconds of this half. Hillcrest will be getting the ball back. And let's see what they can do with 28 seconds on the clock.
Absolutely. I wonder if they're just going to do the play and let the clock run, or they're actually going to try and see if they can get some points.
I wouldn't be expecting too much, but at the same time, if they can get in field goal range, might as well add on the points. As a great kick there. Will be returned from the 7-yard line. And we'll break through one tackle. A great run back there by Batima. Charging into battle. Getting around to the 26.
Wonderful catch by Batsamana. Of course, a wonderful throw on Cyprus as well.
Hillcrest ball from the 27. Well, 22 seconds on the clock. They lead here at home. The crowd is electric. They are ready to go. I mean, the energy is in the air. You know they're feeling it. Time is ticking down. It'll be interesting. Will they let the clock run? Of course, can't make a field goal from there. They've got to make it up to at least the 40, but here in high school, it's usually closer to at least the 30.
Absolutely. The energy is in the air. It's maybe still from the static electricity from the lightning from earlier.
As a deep throw, it's released, and it is caught. No, he doesn't hold on to it. And a drop there. That would have been massive from Tyler Ashby. But he was just unable to hold on to the ball. It floated into his hands. He was wide open on that sideline. It would have gotten him to around closer to the 40. But just wasn't meant to be, you know?
Just could not catch that ball. The Butterfingers were real. It just went into the out of bounds. But so unfortunate on that end.
Of course, 2nd and 10. Let's see what they can do. Holding the ball, Houston, running with the ball. Houston's got to be aware. He's got men on him, and he is aware. He's going to go out of bounds. That will be the first down. 8 seconds on the clock. So here's the dilemma. Do you risk the interception and go for the Hail Mary? Just send it down the field. Every man as far as you can, go for points. Or do you take the snap, do a run, take a knee? Both those will run down the clock because there's not going to be enough time for them to get a pass off to where they need to be and then score a field goal. And they'll run it, and well, there's a flag on the play. Clock will be stopped at 1 second.
while they're
Well, the
figuring
clock
out
is
that flag.
stopped. That could mean we have another play in this half. Holding is on the offense. 10-yard penalty will be a replay of the first down. As a holding call there. 1 second on the clock. Hillcrest might as well take a knee.
And they let the time run out.
The clock runs down. As a beautiful game we are seeing tonight, Hillcrest leads 28-7 here at home. You are watching CSDtv. Up next, we have the drill team, we have the cheer team, of course the band, and mini drill, which is always a nice little show. But what are your thoughts on the game so far?
I think the thoughts on the game, like, this is going out to be a really good game right now. Cyprus is like keeping it up, but those penalties are just keeping them back right now. Hillcrest, their defense line is doing strong right now, except for that last play. That kind of got a little risky there, kind of getting to their heads. That halftime was almost there. And they're just like, I need some water. We got this.
Ready to take a quick walk to the locker room.
Absolutely.
We will see you in the next half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching CSDtv, and we have a great second half for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hillcrest High School marching band. All right, Hillcrest High School fans, it's time to turn up the energy and turn on the spirit for your Hillcrest varsity cheerleaders. Hillcrest cheers under the direction of head coaches Annika Shearslick and Amelia Vincent and assisted by Berkeley Strong and Skyly Bray. The Hillcrest cheer team is led by head captains Miley Trost and Eva Adamson. They will be performing their Halloween halftime Monster Mash choreographed by their head captains. Now make some noise, get loud, get proud, because our time is now.
Hot dangerous. If you're one of us, then roll with us, cause we make the hipsters fall in love when we got our hot pants on and up. And yes, of course we does. We run in this town just like a club. And no, you don't wanna mess with us. Got Jesus on my necklace. I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash.
Your Hillcrest cheer team. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field our amazing, incredible, spectacular mini drill team. Tonight, please welcome to the field nearly 100 mini dancers performing their routine, Calling All the Monsters. We are so proud of their hard work this week and can't wait to see them all shine. Let's go, Mini HD.
Wishing you could just wait. Here we go. Tonight all the monsters gonna dance. We're coming to get ya. Tonight all the monsters gonna dance. We're coming to get ya. If you're only dreaming, why I hear you screaming. Tonight all the monsters gonna dance. Get ya. Coming to get ya. Calling all the monsters. Gonna paint it red, get inside your head. Like a demon choir, playing with fire.
Gonna get your body shaking, wishing you could just awaken.
Tonight all the monsters gonna dance. Tonight all the monsters gonna dance. And we're coming to get ya. If you're only dreaming, why I hear you screaming. Tonight all the monsters gonna dance. Coming to get ya.
Huskies. Last up tonight is your 2025-2026 Hillcrest Drill Team, the 2024 and 2025 back-to-back state champions. Hillcrest Drill is under the direction of coaches Chelsea Devine, Sydney MacArthur, and Abby McClearly. The team is made up of 27 beautiful, talented, and hardworking young women. It's led by captains Ayana, Ruby, Callie, Stella, Adeline, and Libby. Tonight, the team will perform their kick routine, Yes I Can. Huskies, put your hands together for HD.
I'ma show you how I get it done. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be proud to be the me that I become. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Once I started, I can't stop. I'm gonna give it all I got. I'ma do it right now. I'm about to show you, yes I can. Yes I can. Yes I can. Yes I can. If you're looking at me right now, I'm about to show you, yes I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Started up the fire and I just can't put it out. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Now I got my mind on it and it's all I think about. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Once I started, I can't stop. I'm gonna give it all I got. I'ma do it right now. I'm about to show you, yes I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. If you're looking at me right now, I'm about to show you, yes I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You better believe it. Yes, I can. You better believe it. Yes, I can. You better believe it. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, yes, I can. I'ma do it right now. I'm about to show you, yes I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Give it up for HD. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the field your Hillcrest Huskies.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Turn on, I see red. Adrenaline crash, crack my head. Now shoot sugar, paint me dead. And I see red. 100 bucks through black and white. Through black and white. Fuel is pumping engines, burning holes loose and clean. And I burn, turning my direction, quench my thirst with gasoline. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another lightning delay. We are currently in a lightning delay. Visiting team, please go to the field house. Home team, please go to the auxiliary gym. Fans, please return to your cars. We are in a 30-minute lightning delay.
city, I just want my piece. Yeah, baby, feel like the state been on lease. Now it's going up for auction, hope you got your piece. Stashing cash, breaking half for my youngins. OG since 03, been on to something. Nothing fancy, just flavor or percussion. This for 637 for the section. A lot of friends turn to haters when you hustling. Now I just stash in my city. Just don't fly, you're pushing forward. I make artifacts, all these raps. No parking skyscraper, now we on the map. Now they can see it's a fire in little Africa. Right off Harvard was my purpose to come after.
It's a whole lot of money going around the room. Now we got options, making better moves. Everything is us, tell me who is you. The only reason they gon' hate, cause they out to loot. 30,000 feet up, that's a better view. When you want that real love, who you running to? About to hit the runway, this a party flying feeler on the airlines. Anything is possible, everything is us, now we up, yeah, yeah. Everything is
Bobby, they want us gone though.